In one of the latest developments, all pubs in Ireland have been asked to close 2 days before St Patrick's Day. The decision comes after footage emerged showing hundreds of people shunning health advice and packing pubs. The government has also advised against house parties, asking citizens to commit to social distancing.
More than 120 cases of COVID-19 have been recorded in the country. While the United Kingdom records its steepest rise in deaths, authorities will begin asking the elderly to self-isolate in coming weeks.
The government has confirmed that within weeks, possibly days, the over 70s, considered the most vulnerable group, will be advised to self-isolate, potentially for 4 months.
That is in the action plan, yes, and we'll be setting it out with more detail when it's the right time to do so, because we absolutely appreciate that that is a very big ask of the elderly and the vulnerable, and it's for their own self-protection.
There was also an admission that with only 5,000 intensive care beds, the NHS is ill-equipped to cope with the respiratory disease for which there is no vaccine, and the only treatment is ventilation.
We start with around 5,000 ventilators. We think we need many times more than that, and we're saying that if you produce a ventilator, then we will buy it. No number is too high.
Experts say isolating the elderly may help them and the health system cope.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
In West London, some community life continues. At St Pius X Church, the congregation was smaller than usual, and the committed worshippers at odds over self-isolating.
You couldn't stop me if I'm well. I won't stop just because Mass on and I'm sitting at home. I couldn't do that. But if I wasn't well, I'd stay at home.
I'm quite happy to do that. I have a wife at home who has vascular dementia. She's at home with me, so I'm looking after my wife.
But the benefits of following the medical advice will come at a social cost for many who are already vulnerable. In the coming days, the government will set out the next steps for the country. Its people, places and institutions coming to terms with a new normal that includes a grim daily toll from COVID-19. Paul Kelso, Sky News.